Another Opel bites the dust. On average, an Opel is on the road for 18 years before it's scrapped. Other makes of car are even more robust. But car manufacturers in Germany are offering cash incentives to people who want to scrap their old diesels and buy new cars that pollute less. There are more than 6 million candidates for this special treatment. Economist Henning Wilz has published a study on incentives to scrap old cars.
We scrap cars that could run for quite a while longer. We invest so many resources in these products that it makes no sense to just throw them away.
His institute has worked out that 2/3 of the natural resources that go into an average compact car are used for its manufacture. The remaining third, mainly fuel, is consumed while driving it. Over its average lifespan, that adds up to nearly 35 tons of resources for a car that weighs just 1.5 tons. The largest single item is energy, followed by metal.
People here are concerned about the level of pollution where they live. The resources we use to make and run a car come from all over the world, but that doesn't interest them so much. Nonetheless, over the long term, it's much more important to conserve those resources.
The auto industry rarely talks about all the resources it consumes. Germany's Automotive Industry Association, the VDA, would rather point out how the latest models pollute the air less than older ones. Another related issue is what many consider planned obsolescence, the making of car parts that are not as durable or robust as they should or could be. Mechanics say parts used to last longer.
As to parts wearing out, the tie joints on the current version of this model tend to break or wear out fairly quickly. In earlier versions, they would last 100,000 kilometers, or even longer, before they had to be replaced. But in the current series, they only last 60 to 80,000.
Mechanics say this kind of thing happens all the time, and that it holds true for all the car manufacturers. But the automotive industry, they say, doesn't seem to be too bothered.
Many parts wear out much sooner than you would expect, sooner than they used to. It's interesting to note that the companies that make them keep them in stock. That certainly speeds up repairs. But you really have to wonder why.
We asked the VDA about parts wearing out too quickly. Here's part of their answer. It's just not true, this idea that everything was better in the past. The high quality of German vehicles is reflected in the increased average age of the cars. Incentives to scrap old cars may be good business for scrap merchants, but decommissioning aging diesels before their time seems like a waste of precious and finite natural resources.